Hi guys, Dan Hendrickson here at Torquay Golf Club, hashtag Ask Dan. I've got another little head-to-head for you. Today we're going to be putting the Titleist 718 MB up against the Ping Blueprint Forged Blade. Now this should be an interesting one. Both beautiful looking irons, something certainly everybody's probably looking at testing at some stage if they're looking at a set of blades. So I thought I'd put them up against each other today. Hit some shots, give you some numbers, but also give you some feedback on my feels, my first impressions, how they sound off the club face, and report them all in to you. So I'm going to start off using the Titleist blade to get us going with. One thing that is different between these two clubs off the bat is that the Titleist is at 35 degrees in loft, whereas the Ping is at 34 degrees in loft. I think as a company, I think that they are just well aware of trying to give people as much help as possible when it comes to control, and giving people as much spin as they can is going to give them that a little bit more control as well. So first impressions looking down at the Titleist MB head is a beautiful chrome looking head. It actually, if anything, it makes that top line look even thinner when I look down at it. The feel off the face is exactly what you'd expect to get from blade. A very, very soft, forged kind of feel off the face. And obviously we've done tests in the past, and this comes down to the acoustics as well. What the club sounds like and what it feels like, they kind of go hand in hand. What tea, Vicar?
Christmas. I know it's not Christmas, but
could be Christmas.
How could you not be happy
when people are watching this, it could be Christmas.
Well, I'm going to do some work. You enjoy playing in the camera with that?
Yeah, tea boy. So putting the Titleist up against the Ping Blueprint iron. I mean, I've only had these clubs in the studio for a few days, and I just instantly it's drawing me to this iron. I just keep wanting to pick it up because of the profile of it. It just looks absolutely stunning looking down at the golf ball. First impressions, and I can see it straight away now that I've had this club in my hand compared to the Titleist, is this is definitely looking, in my eyes, fractionally less offset than the Titleist. So already I've got a win or a tick box with the Ping over the Titleist in the fact that I much prefer, and again this is a personal preference, I much prefer to see that leading edge sort of blend right up into the shaft or into the actual neck of the club there. I just love to see that. And it's not a great deal that I've seen that in irons. This is probably one of the first that I've seen that looks so flush down at the ball. Gotta say again, looking at the Hydro Pearl finish, I'm starting to feel like I like the Hydro Pearl over the chrome, purely based on the fact that there's less glare. So I think Ping have done an amazing job in trying to pull the water off the club face. Not seeing any other companies out there sort of indicating that they're doing that, but this Hydro Pearl finish is trying to draw the water or the moisture away from the face of the club to stop you getting lower spinning sort of flyer shots out on the golf course. Again, any sort of help from that point of view when it comes to a set of clubs is really quite key. Definitely, when I said earlier with the difference in sound and feel, I'm not feeling a great deal of difference from the two clubs. I've said in the past that I felt that the Ping maybe just felt a little bit firmer off the face. I've got to say, if I compare it to the Titleist, there's not a great deal of difference in the feel off the face, but what I am noticing is the difference in sound. The Ping is more of a thud off the face, whereas the Titleist is more sort of high-pitched. It's still that thud, but there's definitely more of a high-pitched sound that I'm getting or feeling from the Titleist over the Ping. Again, that difference in Difference in loft, we're talking 1 degree in loft here with the Ping compared to the Titleist. This Ping being 34 degrees in loft compared to the Titleist at 35. But custom fitting will allow you to be able to move these clubs, so if you order a set you can put them in the lofts that you kind of want. They're going to move them a couple of degrees for you either way, so you could match them up, so that wouldn't be a problem. But it's just interesting how, you know, companies are still wanting to sort of take the loft off these clubs as much as they can. Again, it comes down to, are they just trying to give you as much power as possible? So first impressions looking down at the Ping, I just love it. I just want to keep picking this club up. Every time I come into the studio I seem to want to pick it up. Difference between these two clubs, you've got this weight port here in the toe. Now I have had a wrench out trying to get in there just to see if I can investigate that further, but I can't seem to budge it. So they're not allowing us to be able to get in there unless they've got a special tool that enables them to do that. I'm not seeing that you can change the weight from that point of view. Maybe on the tour vans they'll be able to maybe change swing weight when it comes to that bit of kit in there, which stops them maybe putting more lead tape in it and things like that, which probably is a good thing aesthetically. They don't want to put too much lead tape all over the club head. So that may be something that they're using on their vans. But anyway, let's have a little look at some of the numbers. Let's see what I'm getting from these two particular clubs. Like I said before, there's 1 degree difference between these two clubs, so I'm expecting to see the Titleist maybe spin a fraction more, maybe go a little bit less in yardage compared to the Ping, which is 34 degrees aloft, and that is a degree stronger than the Titleist, so I'm expecting to see it go maybe a fraction further. I'm talking a couple of yards here, and fractionally spin a little bit less than what the Titleist is getting. Let's go over the computer and have a little look. Okay, let's look at the numbers of what we're getting. So we've got the Ping on the top here, and then we've got the Titleist down the bottom. You can see ball speed off the face with the Ping at 117 compared to 115 with the Titleist. Launching 18.4 compared to 19.9, so maybe that 1 degree difference in loft. The MB Titleist being slightly more lofted compared to the Ping. But this is the jump out to me, which is slightly confusing, is I'm getting 6.8 spin, which is very consistent to what I've got in previous tests with this particular head recently, compared to 6.7 spin. I was expecting to see the Titleist just spin that fraction more than what the Ping is, but in this particular test, again, this is all subject to strike, but I'm getting a fraction less spin compared to what I'm getting out of the Ping, and we're talking, you know, 60 revs between it, so there's really nothing in that. But I did expect this one to be closer to the 7,000s that I've had previously. If we look at peak heights, 33 yards high with the Ping compared to 34 yards high with the Titleist. Again, nothing in it from that point of view, just launching fractionally higher. And then this is what I expected to see. 164 carry on an average with the Ping compared to 159 carry with the Titleist. Again, just 1 degree difference. Launching it just that fraction higher, spinning about the same. It's just maybe making it just drop out of the air just that little bit more. You can see descent angle here, 48.7 compared to 48.1. So there you have the head-to-head with the Ping blueprint, putting it up against the Titleist MB 718. Not a great deal in it from what I could see there. I think if I had to choose between the two clubs, even though I could game both sets of irons in these particular ranges, I definitely think it would have to go to the Ping. For a number of reasons, really. I much prefer the less offset that the Ping offers compared to what the Titleist offer. I think I prefer the Hydro Pearl look over the chrome look. I don't want to see that extra glare if I can get away with it, which the Ping offers that for me. And also I like the fact that I can get that little white streak at the bottom of that Ping iron. I think that just allows me to frame the ball up a little bit nicer looking down at the golf ball. But let me know, have you tested either of these clubs, or are you even gaming either of these clubs? Again, these two clubs should be at the top of your list if you are looking at a set of blades. Put your comments down below. Obviously keep sending in your questions, and I look forward to catching up with you again soon. #AskDan.